Michael has inspired me and really made me look at life a little differently.
So kind, man full of faith.
Sold out on convention estates.
Anything he said because it was important to say.
He's a servant leader. He is a passionate man who has dedicated himself, and I can say his life, to being able to save this nation, to be able to use the tools that our founders gave us.
I would only pray that I would have half the fortitude that Michael Rilee has.
Michael was one of the first applicants we had for district captain. Very quiet, very soft-spoken, but very wise, a load of knowledge.
Mike doesn't say a whole lot, but when he does speak, he says a lot, if you know what I mean. Those who know Mike would probably understand.
And Mike was always there, always ready to work, always putting something together.
He kind of became my sounding board for all my ideas as state director. When I was approached by National to come on, what do you think about the whole state director idea? And Michael, being the humble person that he is, he immediately said, sounds like it's the next step. Sounds like where I'm supposed to be.
When we went to the summit in Florida, me and him were trying to get a crew of the Maryland team to drive down, and it ended up just being me and him. I got to see his perspective of the state director role and how he was trying to add value.
Really were serious about making a difference in the state of Maryland against all odds for what we faced there legislatively.
Very interested in convention estates, very willing to work and work hard. He just kept going. Things didn't ruffle him. We'll succeed or we won't, but we're not quitting. Mike really drove that home. Mike was a good leader.
Pulled us together in terms of our comms, put into place what I would call a battle rhythm.
Really like a framework for our team to follow, and we're still following that to this day.
Act, learn, adjust. Act, learn, adjust. He always relied on that, and it was always the right thing to do.
Specifically with Mike, the one thing that I learned just from observing how he handled that, you don't need to have a dynamic personality to do a good job in a leadership position.
So many of us have been through servant leadership, and Michael lived as a servant leader.
I mean, you want to talk about servant leadership, that was him. He gave so much of himself to Convention of States.
Not too long after that, he told me one time when we were on the phone, he's like, I was just walking the dog and I actually fell, and I don't know why.
We were having our day in Annapolis and you came in with a cane and I wasn't really sure what was going on.
He started to deteriorate and he told me, I'm going to have to step back even more. I'm not going to be able to do the state director role. I don't know what my level of involvement will be because my health just is getting bad.
Whenever he had to step away, it wasn't just losing a state director, but it was losing a friend. But seeing how he's overcoming his challenges and still finding ways to contribute because he cares so much about our cause, that's inspiring to me.
He is now a full quadriplegic. He survives via feeding tube, but at the same time, his strength comes out in everything he does. He uses this eye tracking software, which he calls eye gymnastics, by the way. He uses that to communicate. He can type character by character to form sentences, and this monitor, this computer technology that he has, is also his window to the internet. When you see a post by Michael, the content is thought-provoking, but when you add on to that the fact that the perseverance and the effort he put into that short communication.
He hasn't stopped doing the job, little by little. One eye movement by the next. He's still fighting the fight.
Another testament to just the grit that Mike has.
It reminds me that what we're doing matters, and we impact so many other people.
It doesn't matter what limitations we may have as people, we can still find ways to make a difference.
Should the American experiment in self-governance end, we'll revert to the age-old tyrannies we've seen throughout time. Yet I have a different vision of the future.
That mindset is what was driving him, and I think is what is still driving him to this day, to do everything he can, because he has that sense of responsibility and also the sense that he can be used to bring about the change that he's looking to see.
We had a national webinar and the story of Michael Rilee came on. And I'll never forget his comment that he put in chat. Now, mind you, he's typing this with his eyes, so this is not an easy thing to do. But he put all glory to God, and how fitting this award. Duty is ours, and results are God's.
Michael helped me write a blog post telling Michael's story. Michael Rilee's story is not about politics. It's not even about health. It's about perseverance. It's about commitment to something larger than ourselves. There's a quiet kind of patriotism that rarely makes headlines, doesn't shout, doesn't seek praise, but it endures. It lifts others. It teaches by example. That's the kind of patriot Mike Rilee is. And that's why his story matters. Because no matter the obstacle, whether it's fear, fatigue, or failing health, true patriots find a way to contribute. They keep the flame of liberty burning. They do what they can, where they are, with what they have. And in doing so, they remind the rest of us what real citizenship looks like.
Well, Michael Rilee, hopefully you're listening, my friend, my dear friend. I'll just say you are truly, truly an inspiration. You have touched my life like you probably would never know. And I suspect those that know your story and know what you're doing and what you're going through will say the exact same thing. You are an amazing patriot, my dear friend.
Mike, from all of us at the COS Freedom Speakers Club, we miss you, buddy. We think about you and pray for you. You contributed to our club and made us the stellar club that we are. Thank you, Mike.
You value your freedom. You are a patriot. You love this country. You love your God. You love your family. And I just can't say enough good things about you. God bless you, Mike. I think if anybody were to qualify for this award, it would definitely be you.
Your faith is deep and strong, and it will carry you exactly the way our God intends it to be. Thanks so much, Mike.
Thank you for everything you did for me and with me. Convention Estates, yeah, we all do stuff for that, but you've meant a lot to me. So the biggest thing I can say is thank you. I encourage you, keep going.
Yeah, Mike, I miss you. I hope you're doing well, considering your circumstances. It's really encouraging to see everything that you have been posting on the social media accounts, and it's great to see that you're still contributing to the cause. You are making an impact. You're making a difference, and you're still an inspiration to me. And I wish you all the best.
Mike, I do miss you dearly. I miss your leadership. I miss your focus. I miss your friendship.
Michael, I'd like to say thank you to you. You've been an inspiration to me. You've been a friend. You were my right arm for the longest time with the Maryland team. You helped us grow. You continued the culture of the COS team in Maryland. For your example, for your inspiration, and for your friendship, I am truly thankful.